Simon says subscribe and click on the bell icon to receive notifications.
Hello and welcome to the HubSpot CRM full tutorial for beginners. My name is Rob Armbruster and I'll be your tutorial presenter today. I'm a specialist in CRM software and I just have a passion for creating environments of communication and organization that helps people work effectively in the marketplace. So here is a preview of the tutorial that I'm about to take you in. And I want to share this with you really quick to show you what you're going to come away with from this tutorial. And the first thing that I'll be showing you is how to get started with HubSpot CRM. There's a variety of things that you need to know to plug your email in, sign up, and I'm going to take you through all of those details. I'll be actually doing a live look into the program itself for each one of the modules and lessons that I'll be teaching you. Next, I'll go into the features of HubSpot and you'll learn how to use them effectively in your organization. Then I'll show you how to organize your customer information so that it helps you in building relationship and building business connections with your customers. Then we'll go over team communication, and that is one of the great benefits of this CRM is it actually clearly defines who should do what in a team and saves you guys time in the long term. I'll show you marketing tools and teach you how to use them within the CRM software. I'm really excited about this because HubSpot actually started as a marketing company. And so the marketing tools that they have in this CRM are the best that I've seen out of any CRM that I've worked with. And then I'll show you, lastly, how to integrate HubSpot into different programs that you might have, and also to how to build a website on the CRM and email marketing and things of this nature. In this lesson, I'll be teaching you what is HubSpot CRM. So as I alluded to before, HubSpot is a marketing resource and software company. And a CRM is a customer relationship management tool. And basically what a CRM does is it organizes and coordinates all outbound customer activity within your team. I actually was a business-to-business salesman, and I would make phone calls, and within our CRM system, I would take notes of everything that I would get in that phone call down to the person who answered the phone, whether it was a receptionist, whether it was a person in this department or that department. I would record it, and that actually helped me be able to relate to the person in charge when I wanted to talk with them about sales. This happened because I would say, "Hey Harry, I talked to Debbie 2 days ago at the front desk, and she said that you're the person to talk to about what you're doing with your shoes in your store. So I just wanted to ask you some questions about that." Basically, what CRMs allow you to do is build with every contact that you have with customers and tailor solutions, connection, and products to them based on the information that you have saved in the system. So in this lesson, I'm going to show you the advantages of the HubSpot CRM. So the first one that you can see right when you hop on the landing page for the software itself is that it's free. And the amount that they offer for free is more than any other CRM software that I've seen. So this is a big advantage, especially if you're on a low budget, you're just starting out. It's a great free resource. Basically, it combines the sales, marketing, customer service, and operation functions of your business. And all of these are in one hub so that they can all communicate and talk to each other, which is a great advantage. As I mentioned before, the marketing features in this CRM are very elite. And here is one of the features in the free version that's called the ad management feature. And it's actually a tab where you can see all of your outbound ads on any platform and see their performance. It really helps to be able to look at what you're doing with your outreach from a bird's eye view. And then it also has email marketing integrated into it. And you can see when a customer clicks on the email and what they click on and interact with within the email too. And there's just another personalization tool that they have within their email marketing. The other free feature that I don't think I've seen this free on any other CRM is live chat. And what live chat is it's a chatbot that uses AI to answer your customers' questions. So very useful. If you do have any other questions, you can just log on to HubSpot.com, and right down here is a great resource too to answer any questions that you might have. All right, so in this lesson, I'm going to show you the different levels of HubSpot and different tools that you can purchase for you and your team. And again, you can always get started with these free tools right here, and at any time choose to upgrade one or multiple aspects of your HubSpot CRM. So these, right when you get on this page, these are the two starter smaller company options. And the starter kit gets you 1,000 marketing contacts, 2 paid users for service and sales. And so for a team of 2, this is an amazing way to start also with HubSpot. They give you a little bit of a discount on that. And then over here, they'll show you their packages for bigger companies. So if you're a bigger operation, you're wanting to do high-powered marketing, you might consider one of these packages. And then if you're looking to upgrade and make your sales team be better and more effective, you can look at some of these professional and enterprise packages in the Sales Hub. These have coaching, playlists, prospecting to get your sales team prospecting and finding their own leads. You know, there's a lot of customization and automation that can happen in these systems. And also, it's a lot more than 2 users that you can get when you upgrade this. And then you can also upgrade your customer service hub part of your organization. And just, you know, again, every company has different needs, so you can look at these different features and see if it's cost effective, you know, the cost benefit for your company. These are CMS tools that you can add into the program, and basically it's SEO, ad testing, these types of things. In your operations hub, it gives you AI-powered data formatting, basically a number of different features that make doing business easier. And so make sure to take a look at these, and it just depends on how big your company is, what you're going for. And again, you can always start at the free and add these high-powered tools later. Now that you know which plan you want to sign up for, I'm going to show you how to get set up with your HubSpot CRM. So after you type your email in that you want associated with the account, it's going to first ask you what industry your company is in. And you can select consulting, retail, whichever industry it might be. We're going to pretend to create an online shoe company called Shoelicious Styles. For our sake, I'm going to just say that it will be me so far in the company. And then you can select what you plan to use HubSpot for. Say I want to use it for sales and closing more deals. It will just give me a small blurb about how HubSpot will help me do that. After that, I'm going to select my email address that I would like to have associated with the account, which is a fake email address, shoelicioustyles@gmail.com. Then I need to type in my company name right here, and then also my company website so it can be personalized to my HubSpot account. And then the last selection that I need to do before I begin the full setup of HubSpot is, are you from the US or Europe? So Europe actually has a little bit more stringent data protection regulations than the US. So you just want to be careful with this. For our case, I'm in the US, so that's what I'll select to sign up. And woohoo, I'm signed up. They get me logged in. They give me the option, okay, what do I want to set up first? Do I want to set up sales, marketing, customer service? And for us, I would like to set up sales. I'm going to even add this pipeline right here to get set up with sales. And then it's going to say, add 1 to 2 contacts to see your CRM in action. And so it adds some sample contacts for you. You can type in fake contacts into here if you would like. I'm just going to skip this part. It's going to give you a prompt saying, add teammates to set up HubSpot together. So if you do have teammates that you would like to add to HubSpot, you can do it right here, or you can just click the skip. For our sake of what we're doing with this shoe company, I'm going to say skip. And now it's creating the CRM right in front of our eyes, which is really beautiful. It's loading, and boom, they have the confetti coming down. They are welcoming me to HubSpot. They've applied the template already, and all I have to do is click Get Started. And because I clicked on the sales section, they take me straight to the CRM sales selection. And they're showing me around, which I will show you how all of this works in a future lesson. They're wanting me to set up and begin setup here, but for our sake, I just wanted to show you how to select the different selections to get started with HubSpot. Now that you've signed up for your account, I'm going to show you the first and probably most vital step in the setting up of your CRM, which is connecting your personal email to the CRM itself. You can get to the email connection page by clicking your profile button and then profile and preferences link on the upper right hand corner dash. And right here you'll get your profile information, all the information that we have just filled out, email, calling settings, calendar settings, tasks, and security. For our sake, we want to focus on getting our personal email set up. I want to connect this to my inbox. Put in my personal email right here, and then click next. And then they also have a feature where they can connect to Gmail accounts. And basically what they'll ask for is, if you're using Gmail, they're going to ask to get permission for your Gmail to connect with HubSpot. I really want this, so I'm going to choose to select it and choose to give the permission to this. And after you get it connected, then it's going to send a connection email to your email address. And right now we have our Shoelicious email right here, and it came through with an email saying, hey, HubSpot connected to your Google account. So I'm not alarmed about that. I know that that's happening on my account. So now I have my email set up. I have my email signature that I can add here. If you don't know what your signature is, this just will automatically appear on the bottom of every email. Great tool there. That is how you connect to your email right here in HubSpot. And in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to add team members into the system. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to manage your team within the HubSpot CRM. And this is really important because you want to only give certain permission to certain team members and other permissions to other team members based on what your trust level is, where they are at in the company, and what their abilities are. To add a person onto your team, you can just go up to this upper right-hand corner button. Shoelicious Styles is the company name. You click this Invite Your Team button. And what I want to do is I want to be really intentional about the permissions that I give each user. So I'm going to use this Custom Invite button. This is where I type in their email address. After I've done that, it will take me to this page where I select how to set access. So I can make somebody a super admin, which is the equivalent of an owner, and they get all permissions across the entire scope of the platform. Or I can start with a template, or just start from scratch, going permission after permission after permission. If you just want to add a standard user, not do too much work, I would recommend clicking this Start with a Template button. And then within that button, they have a button that says Standard User. And this is not going to give a person the highest level of permissions, but it gives a person a base level to do what they need to do in the company. So they can access contact companies, deals, tickets, tasks, and a host of other functions. But you can see there's strategic functions within the settings and all different parts of the platform that they can't reach. So this would be like a mid-level person would have this amount of permissions. The next way that I could do it is I could just start from scratch, and literally it's going to take you through CRM objects, if I want these on or off, tools, if I want somebody to be able to import information and export information, marketing, sales, service, automation. It's going to take me one by one through each of these systems. And so for our case, I want to add this person not as a full user, but I want to give them standard permissions. I can review the permissions right here. I've pretty much figured out all of these permissions here by now. And then if I have teams within my organization, I can actually assign them to a team. Say it's the accounting team, the customer service team, the sales team. I can assign them to a different team with that button. Once I've done all this, all I have to click is send, and it sends them the user invite link. I hope that helps you with understanding the importance of taking a little bit of time to set your permissions for your employees. In this lesson, I'll show you how to set up your spreadsheet and do a mass upload of your current contacts into the HubSpot CRM. So as you can see here, I have in Microsoft Excel a spreadsheet with a few different fields here of basic information from customers that I want to put into the system. And so now I'm just going to go over what these different fields mean and show you how to put them into the system. For those of you who are wondering, should I add them one by one just using the add button in HubSpot right here, or should I do a mass upload in this spreadsheet? I highly recommend doing this mass upload because it just saves you so much time. So stick along with me and I'm going to break it down. And even if this seems complicated, I'm going to help you be able to do this and make it easier on yourself. The first field, really easy, the first name of the customer. Second field, last name, email address, and phone number. So one thing to note is that these 4 fields are the necessary fields that you need for a contact in HubSpot. You don't necessarily need these other pieces of information in here: company name, lead status, life cycle stage, contact owner. They're a good idea to have, and I would recommend filling out as much as you can on the front end because it saves you time on the back end. So as you can see here, email address, phone number. The company name is just the company that the person works for. The lead status is actually self-explanatory. It's the status of the lead, so it could be new, it could be warm. I'll show you more about that within the system when we get there. And then the life cycle stage designates what stage the contact is in. So is it in lead, or are they a customer, or an evangelist, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later too. And then the contact owner is the name within your HubSpot system that you want to assign ownership to this lead. Now that I have this ready to go, I'm going to upload it into the system. And HubSpot calls this importing. And I can find the import button under CRM, contacts, which is the page I'm already on. And then right to the left of the create contact button, there's this import button that I can use. Now I'm going to say, I'll set this up myself. And I want to start an import. Now it gives me 3 options: repeat a past import, import from an opt-out list, or import file from computer. And because we're working with an Excel file, we want to select import file. And next, we only have one file to import, so we're going to select one file. And then this is another key. Because we're just doing contacts, we're going to just upload one object. However, you can upload deals, businesses, and contacts all in one upload, which I will also show you later. But for this case, it's just a singular object, and it gives you all the options here of the different objects that you can upload in the system. For our sake, we are selecting contacts. Now it says choose a file. So here I want to go in and choose my contacts file. And now that I have it selected, I want to select create and update contacts. in the English language, of course. Now it's going to take me to my mapping page. This section right here called Preview Information is key because I can look and see if the information is showing up right here. And if it is, that's golden. You are good to go for that section. So now that I know that I'm good to go with this update, I'm going to click Next. And it's going to give me this option that says create a list from this import. For me, I feel like that's a bit redundant, so I don't need a list. And then it directs you to agree that all your contacts have permission for you to reach out to them. It's against the law to email people who have opted out of your email list or have a no solicitation clause. So just be aware of that and be aware of your local laws for reaching out to people, if there are any. Then I click Finish Import. And right here, it's progressing. And boom, the import is done with no errors. Wow. Okay. And then this little button appears on the top, and I can see that it's gone ahead and gone through with 0 errors on this. And now I can view my contacts within the system. There are some new contacts here. You always want to just check under the Contacts tab to make sure that all your information got in correctly. My contact owner, my lifecycle stage, company name, phone number, email, and name all entered the system correctly. And now I want to go over these 2 fields just so that you know what they are. Lifecycle stage actually goes from a subscriber lead to a qualified lead, sales qualified lead, opportunity, customer, and evangelist. So a customer is after they buy, and an evangelist is somebody that has such a good customer relationship that they'd be willing to tell others about your product. So just for case study sake, I'm going to update this individual to an evangelist. Just for this sake, I'm going to update his lead status to connected because I have connected with him. So that's the other thing that you can do in this contact view is you can do mass updates of your contacts and then click this. You want to make sure to click this save button right here in the left-hand corner, and it will do a mass update right on the spot and update your contacts. Now I want to talk about the contact owner section. This is a key part of what you're doing and how to get these to function within HubSpot. Each of the members of your team is going to have their own dashboard with their own deals, contacts, companies, with what they're looking at on a daily basis. And so don't forget to assign your contacts to be able to facilitate ownership in your team and have clear communication. Like I did, I just assigned this contact to Ned, and I'm just going to assign these all to Ned since he's the only one on our team right now. And it's always the worst thing in especially a sales and marketing setting to have multiple people reach out to one person. It's always nicer to have that clarity and that assignment of this person is assigned to this sales lead. Now I'm going to teach you how to upload companies and deals into your HubSpot account. And this is going to be a great lesson because by using a spreadsheet, it saves you vast amounts of time when you're in the uploading process. So I'll go over these fields here for you to explain what they are and how to apply them in your spreadsheet. But first I want to start out with this field. In the previous lessons, I showed you how to create contacts and put them in the system. So now, to begin this lesson, I'm going to show you how to connect these deals and companies to those contacts that you have in the system. First thing, we'll go right back to the page that we were at with all of our contacts on it. And then I'm actually going to go up to this export button located right here and click that. And this is going to allow me to export the contact information that I had just imported. And I want to select this All Properties on Records button because that gives me the contact ID, which is essential. That's basically the link that links your contact to the deal and company information. Now that it's been exported, I open it up just like so. And here are my contacts with all the information on it, all the different fields and information. And the key field that I want to pull from is this record ID field. And basically, what you're going to do is copy and paste this record ID with the person that you would like to associate with the other spreadsheet. So as you can see here, I have pulled those record IDs and I've entered them here to be that link in the spreadsheet between the two. The next thing that I want to do is enter this information for my company: the name, the domain name, and the city that the company is located in. After I'm finished with that, I need to enter in the deal information. So I'm going to enter in a deal name, which will be similar to the company name, as you can see. Whatever you would like to be works. Then I put in which pipeline I would like it to be in. And all of mine are going to be in this same deals pipeline. And then I designate the stage within the pipeline that I would like the deal. Contract sent, that's near the end of the pipeline when the deal is almost finalized. At the beginning, you're just starting. These two are closer to the beginning with qualified to buy and appointment scheduled. And then in the amount field, I want to enter the estimated total sale amount if the sale is completed. So you can just make your best estimation of what you would think the sale would be. And this really helps you to be able to project what your revenue is going to be in the future. So now that I'm done with this file, I'm going to hop on back over to HubSpot, and I will be going back to the company page like so. And I'll actually be clicking the import button in the upper right hand corner for companies. What I want to do is start an import. I want to import a file from computer, click next, and then actually I want to import one file here. And then instead of one object for this import, I'm going to have multiple objects. And then it directs me to select the objects. And as I showed you in the sheet, we're doing companies, contacts, and deals. And now in this sheet, I need to upload my spreadsheet right here. Now in this section, it's really important not to miss this because you actually need to make these designations to be able to map your companies, contacts, and deals correctly. So for companies, we are not updating existing companies. We are creating new companies only. For contacts, we're actually updating existing contacts only because we want to simply make the link on the contact end. And then for deals, I'm actually creating new deals only. Then I click the next button. And as you can see, any errors in your mapping guide, you can open up right here, and it will tell you exactly what you need to do to make your upload valid. So there's a little bit of an error here with the record ID and the contacts. And what it's saying is it's asking us, what do I want to import this as? And if you remember from the spreadsheet, it is a record ID. So I can go in there and click that it's a record ID associated with the contacts. And I know this might seem complicated, but if you can learn this part of it and learn this connection, it's going to help you so much. And you simply have to connect that one button. And now look, we have all the check buttons ready to go. Everything is mapped here. Now I'll click next. I'll click agree, just saying I have permission to contact these individuals. All right, the import was complete with no errors. That is awesome. Now I want to look into my CRM over here on the left-hand side and see if my companies and deals arrived. Let's look at the deals page first. All right, we got more happening here. We got our deals in here. This is nice. And we can move them into different stages as we see fit. I'll show you more about that later. This is nice to see these deal pages within HubSpot here. And then companies. All right, here we go. It's the Dragonfly in. We're good to go. And as you can see, it has associated Lorelei with the Dragonfly in, which is what I wanted from the beginning. So now I know it worked for sure. And I'm really excited about this and just excited for you to get started with importing your information. Way to go for sticking around till the end of this. And I feel confident that if you give it a shot at importing, you'll be able to do it. So now that you've seen how to set up your email within HubSpot, I'm going to show you your inbox tab within the CRM. You can find your inbox by going to this CRM button on the left-hand navigation of your screen and clicking the inbox button. It will load right here, and this feature is great because it helps you work faster and more effectively. So the first thing that you can see is your conversation lists. Because this is a newer account, I only have one conversation where I'm basically sending myself messages back and forth. On the right side of the navigation screen, you'll see all the information about the contact that you are emailing with. And say somebody gives you their phone number in an email, you can add it right here. Or company name, buying role, lead status, all of these things you can find out through email corresponding. Then if you scroll below, you can see the companies associated with this person, the past conversations that you've had, and then say somebody emails you and they say, hey, my shoe got delivered and it was broken. Well, you can create a ticket from that conversation and send it directly to your customer service team by clicking this Create a Ticket button. And the other thing that you can do is create a deal from an inbound email too by using this Create a Deal button. This automatically sends the deal to your sales team with information about it. So here's the really cool thing about this is as I'm writing emails, I can actually highlight any bit of text and use the AI assistant on the bottom of the screen. Say I have written this sentence, but I'd like a different way of saying it. This AI assistant can actually change the tone to friendly, heartfelt, professional, say I want to set it to friendly, it will automatically correct it and add the tone that you're looking for. And then the other thing that you saw was you can expand, rewrite, and shorten. So if I want to be more long-winded, I can click this expand button and the AI assistant will generate an expanded email to the customer. So that will save you a lot of time. And it sends right here and logs within your email conversation history. The other great thing is you have this comments tab on the right. So say you want to comment about an email to communicate internally with your team. You can do it here without emailing the customer. Now, the last feature too, I want to show you, there's so many different things, but I want to show you this because this is key to HubSpot. This owner section right here. So this is where you assign ownership of the email to you or someone on your team or a different employee in the company. And this clearly tells people on your team who is in charge of what. I'm excited for you to come away with this understanding of how to make your emails more clear and efficient in your company. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to set up your chat and live chat within your website that appears on the front end of your website and integrates within your HubSpot CRM. So this is just such a fantastic tool that actually is free in HubSpot and offers you yet another way of interacting with your customers. So first off, you can actually find your chat settings by clicking the automation button and going to chat flows. When you click on that page for the first time, it's going to bring up information that looks like this. And basically it's giving you options for creating the look and the feel of your chat on your website. So here's a few different color schemes. You can also choose a custom color right here if you would like. But for our sake, I'm going to choose this color. It has you pick where the chat icon is placed in your website. You can pick left side, right side. More often, I've seen this on the right side of a website, so I would recommend putting it there. You can be provided with a transcript to both you and your customer at the end of any chat that you would have. Here's the custom email address that the chat will be sent from. So getting these right is good to start out with, and that's how you get things set up for your chat. After you click and get the visuals set up, you want to set up some of this practical information to help give yourself and your team boundaries and good communication with people on your chat. The last thing you want to do is make something available that you don't have the resources to support with your team. And so thoughtfully consider what hours you want to set it to. Do you want every day? Do you want Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.? Do you want 24/7? You know, I've seen companies that say, I'm on it 24/7, but give me a few hours to respond. For this case, I'm going to put us on Monday through Friday, and I'm going to put us typically responds in a few hours. So I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver with what I'm able to give people who are wanting to engage in this chat. When I am away, I can click this button and it will say, hey, do I want to show an away message, or do I want to hide the chat launcher completely or do nothing? So you can pick what you would like to do with that. In this case, I'm going to show an away message. It's going to say we're away right now, but we'll be back as soon as we can. Consider what to show when you're working outside of business hours. So somebody logs in, they view your site outside of business hours. What do you want them to see? Do you want to see that you're away, or would you like to show your return time for when you open at 9 a.m. the next morning? For our case, I'm going to put show return time. So now that I have this basic information in here, I'm going to go over to the chat flows page and create my own chat flow. Now I can choose between Facebook Messenger and the website. For this case, I'm going to choose the website, and I'm going to start with the most basic live chat, but I wanted to show you that there's a bunch of different bots and custom chatbots that you can also build to do live functions on your website, which is great. So let's create our live chat. We want it to appear in the inbox when it pops up, and we want it to be in English, of course. And so we're going to create this chat box, and then it's going to give us some custom information that we can edit right here. So what do I want my first welcome message to be? Maybe I'll put an exclamation point right here. Boom. Okay, that's looking good. And knowledge base search is actually an upgradable tool that you can add to this. And it basically searches your company information and presents it to resolve questions and issues of customers automatically. So it saves you time. You might want to consider that one. And then assigning conversations. Another upgradable feature is you can have new conversations assigned to selected team members. And then email capture. This is where you send how to prompt them to get their email address. You could not ask them for an email address at all if you just wanted it to feel as clean as possible. The nice thing about actually asking for an email address at one of these times is you can get their email address to be able to contact them later, maybe with a product that you know that they're interested in. For our case, I actually really like this setting where it says ask the visitors for their email address 1 minute after the team member responds. I really like that. So let's save these settings right here. This helps you to designate what websites and web pages you would like your chat flow on. Under this display tab here, it's very important to design your chat heading. You could have it all be your brand name, or you could design it based on the specific team member that's engaging in the chat. So we're going to choose a team member, and then we'll go to options. Basically, you want to be able to make sure to turn on different options based on whether or not your customers have already consented to be communicated with, or consented to process data or cookies. So if you want to be able to continue a chat conversation with a visitor who's navigating to multiple web pages on your site, then you turn this on and you agree so that it will send a consent banner at the beginning of the chat, similar to a consent banner that you see at the beginning of a website. This is a consent to process data. So if you are collecting individuals' email addresses, they must agree and consent to you being able to do that. So you can turn that on. If I'm not doing any of this, so I actually am going to turn this on. Consent to communication is similar. It just says, hey, if you want to sign up for this email, you can. So let's go ahead and preview this chatbot. All right. And I can even write a message here. And it will say, I'm returning tomorrow at 6 a.m., which is beautiful. So I can see how it operates live before I even put it on the website. And it'll say the same thing. We'll be back at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Beautiful. Now I'm going to teach you how to create snippets within your HubSpot system. So you might be asking yourself, what are snippets? And snippets are actually bits of information that you gather and put in within your HubSpot to be applied to anything within the system. So you could say, apply this snippet to this email, or apply this snippet to this text, or this internal message to the team, or things like that. You can take it and apply it to any of these things. As a part of the free package, you get 5 snippets to use. And I'm going to show you just how to create one really fast here. You give it a name. So say I name this snippet welcome email. I can personalize it right here. And in this lower corner, I can take information from the contact and put it directly in the snippet to customize it to the person that is receiving it. So I would say dear, and then I could put their first name into the snippet just like so. This is the beauty of it. You can get their first name automatically. And I can write an email here, put my information in here. I'm just going to do a basic welcome email. And then at the end, one other piece of information you can put in there is you can put the first conversion date. And so it's saying, welcome to Shoelicious Styles. We are so glad to have you as of, and it'll put in the date that they first bought a product from you. And if you click on this more button, you can see that there's all the normal formatting buttons that you can use. You can make your text bigger. So if I wanted to make this really big, I can make this bold and do all of this within these 2 buttons here, which is pretty powerful for this. So now you have to give it a shortcut hashtag, kind of like Twitter. And for this one, I'm going to call it welcome. Basically, in an email, in a message, or any type of communication coming from your HubSpot or within your HubSpot, if you type in hashtag welcome, it will automatically pull this information into it. So this is a nice little tool, and it's super easy to use, and you can just save all the information that you need for that right in here. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to create email templates within your HubSpot account. And you may be wondering, okay, what is the difference between a snippet and a template? Well, the answer is they're very similar, except templates can only be applied in the context of an email. So here we go. We're going to create a template. And in order to get a new template, you just click this upper right hand button right here. And you can either create from scratch or use the template library. And if I click the template library, I can see all the different emails that they've already created within the system and pull from that if that's what I'm wanting to pull from. And so say I'm looking in here and I'm trying to find a final reach out. So this is writing an email template for the final reaching out to a customer who you just haven't heard anything from. And so I click create, and I can click within the email right here to edit it. with whatever I would want to do. I can change the name. For this case, I'm going to leave it the same. Similar to Snippets, you can add any type of information linked from other places in HubSpot, such as your contacts, your companies, senders, placeholders, deals, and tickets. So you could even create a ticket creation date tag right here, and it would include that within the email. Now, in the insert button, you can insert snippets into your emails, documents, or meeting links. This is nice because you can create a meeting. I'll show you this in another lesson and insert it right here. It will show up as a meeting link. Again, you have all of the customizable fonts, the sans serif, the sizes. Choose whatever size font you would want with this. And now I can update this and have a final reach out email. Now I'll show you how to access this within your inbox in HubSpot. You go to the left-hand navigation and navigate to your email, and then you click Compose and pick somebody to send it to. I'm going to send this to Maria. And then if I go into this insert section, I can find a list of the templates that I would like to put in there. And here you go. So instead of having to write a new email for all of these instances that you come by, you can have a form email ready to insert into any email that you would have with the click of a button. And that's how you increase your efficiency using templates. Welcome to section 5, the marketing section of this tutorial. As I mentioned before, marketing is the core of what HubSpot CRM offers to customers and offers to us who are using it. So I'm super excited for you to learn about these tools that will change your business and get you connected with more customers in the future. The beauty of these marketing tools that you get is when you integrate them with the CRM, the information gets added seamlessly into your team's data for you to be able to follow up with people who have been marketed to. And that's the real key, is just keep showing up until you can build trust with somebody and then begin doing business with them. In this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to create an ad within HubSpot. This tool is amazing because it allows you to connect all of your different online ad accounts. So whether it's Google, LinkedIn, or Facebook, you can have all of your information in one place, which is worth it in and of itself. For a free tool, that's just incredible. And so in order to start that process, you click this button and you can begin to add your accounts. I'm actually going to take us through a quick demo, and this takes us into what creating an ad looks like. I'm using the demo just because that works better, because right now we have a made-up company, and so it doesn't really work to run ads for a made-up company. But after you click begin, it's going to ask you these questions. Am I currently running ads? I've never run ads before. I use an agency to run my ads. So for this case, since we're beginners, we're going to say I've never ran ads before. And now we'll start the demo. It's saying, okay, say you're in this situation where inbound contacts of people interested in your business is decreasing. You must stop this. You must create a way to engage with people. So let's look at creating an ad. For this example, we're going to create a Facebook lead generation ad, which means it's not necessarily selling them a product to try to convert on that product right away, but The goal of the lead generation ad is to get that person's contact information so that you can reach out to them in the future, but more so just add them to your list of contacts of people to follow up with. So let's begin creating this ad. So for this example, it's for an ice cream company. And basically it's Ice Cream Fest is the name of the company, or is the name of the Facebook page, but you would put your Facebook page here. You'd upload an amazing image. This looks awesome right here. And then you have the headline and the body of your message, the call to action, and your Facebook form right here. Call to action is important because it could be buy now, or it could be sign up, or it could be click here for more information. Just think about creating your campaign, what you want to accomplish with your campaign. So next we're going to look at targeting. And when you're creating an ad, you want to be able to target to audiences that want the thing that you're selling. And so the beauty of Facebook ads, you might have heard about this before, but I'll just go over it again. You can target down to the age range, location, and interests of your demographics. If I want to only target to people in Boston, Massachusetts, who are interested in ice cream, who are age 18 to 65, I can absolutely do that, which is super powerful. So you're not going to waste any of your ad spend presenting an ad to people who aren't potentially interested in it. So this is huge, but also just very easy and very user-friendly to use. So once you've created your ad, click the publish button. Once you click publish, Facebook actually begins to run your ad and present it to people as they're scrolling on Facebook. You probably have seen these. You've probably seen thousands of these. Impressions mean this is the number of people who have looked at your ad. Clicks means this is how many people click the button sign up on that ice cream. And then contacts means this is the number of people that have actually filled out their information and chose to be contacted by you. Actually, $3.56 for a contact at this time is pretty much standard. Is it kind of an average price that you could expect to spend per contact? And this is just the price that you pay to grow your business. The key here is you wouldn't want to gain contacts that you actually aren't going to spend time following up with. So I'm going to show you a little bit about how you maximize reaching out to these contacts who have filled out for free ice cream. You click on the hyperlinked number there and it tells you, oh, Alex Smith has filled this out. Click on Alex, and then you get to this contact page, which automatically gets created when he fills out his information on Facebook, which is just awesome. So it's automatically in your system. And what I would recommend to do is create a task and say, let's give Alex 2 days and then we'll call him. Then we'll send him another email. The other thing that I recommend doing for follow-up is adding a deal. So maybe even naming this the Alex Smith deal. You can click add and then he will be integrated into your sales deals pipeline right here. That's the beauty of these ads. You don't let anything slip through the cracks. You can consolidate all your information into one place. Now you're going to learn how to use the marketing email function within your HubSpot. So to get to marketing email, you just click on marketing and go up to this tab right here. and you're there. And this is so powerful. There's so many powerful tools that you can use. Now I'll walk you through the creation of an email. First off, you press this create email button in the upper right hand corner, and you want to just create a regular email. If you upgrade, you can get automated email series. So you can think about, okay, what series of emails do I want to send a contact, and basically create a workflow to do that and lead your customers through the same series. But for our case, we're just making a regular email. When you click that button, it's just going to take you to a bunch of different templates. Here's the free basic ones. And then when you upgrade, when and if you upgrade, you get access to increased templates down there. For our case, I'm just going to start with this template right here. It's named New Email. First thing I can do is rename it. This will be the internal name for it, and we'll just call it Welcome to Shoelicious. So now I'm going to show you how to customize your email to fit what you want to send to your customer. Better looking the email, the more engagement that you're going to get with it. And I can tell you right now that in this email, there is a bunch of text, and I want some kind of image to break up the text. So this is what you do, is you click and drag what element you want in your email and drop it, and it will put it right here within your email that you're creating. Now I can think about, okay, what image goes well with this, and upload my image right here. It has a link button here, and this creates a hyperlink to an image. So say I put an image of a product, I could hyperlink that product on my website right here. You can align your image to the left, center, or right. Now there's a few other functions that you can add. Say I want a video to demonstrate a product. I can have the image right here and then a video right under it. I'll embed my video URL right here, and I'm ready to go with that. As you're adding different elements to your email, one thing that can help it look more classy is a line. And don't underestimate the power of lines in your email, because they're just beautiful. And I want this line to be 70%. I like how that looks. Just creating space so that things aren't piled on top of one another. So then at the end of each email, you usually want to focus on some type of call to action, something that you want the customer to engage with you in. And a button is perfect for that. So as you saw, I just clicked and dragged a button into the email that I'm creating. I can make this button buy now. And you'd be surprised at how powerful these words within the button that you choose to use are, because when you find the time to thoughtfully think about, okay, if I was this customer and receiving this email, what in this button would make me want to click on it? The nice thing is you can also change the color of your button. Say I wanted to change it to that white text there. And so I can change the text color of the button and make it look like this. I always laugh because people click on buttons that look like they're from Amazon all the time. So I'm just kind of taking the Amazon color here. Now I can also add my social media information right here at the bottom, which is great. That's all of the free different widgets that you can add. If you upgrade, you can put your products right in, embed them into your email. So now I'm going to show you how to adjust the design of your email. So you have a background color, which is all of this space right here outside of the email information. You can change that background. Say we want this to be blue. That's like greenish blue. Let's make that blue. And then I can adjust the color of my email. What about a nice gray tint right there? Ooh, nice. It's looking good. And then you want to look at your text styles. So your paragraph header, heading 1, heading 2, and line height. So say if you did want to create the paragraph words to have a different color, you can do that. For this case, I want to make these black. That kind of sticks out a little bit more. That's pretty nice. And you can also set your default button design right here, your default divider design right here also. So now that we've got this format for the email that we have, we're going to look at the settings of how do we want to present and send this email. You want to add your name right here because emails that come from a custom name often get open more than emails just from a company. So I don't want to say Shoelicious Styles here. I want Ned personally to send this. You can select your email address that you would like to send from right here. If you wanted to change your reply to address, you actually have to upgrade in order to do that. So they get you there. So your subject line is the key to getting your email open. You want to create a subject line that evokes some type of response from your audience. And the great thing is you can personalize it. So you can say, pull information from your company or from a contact. This is really nice because you could embed your contact's first name into the subject of your email. The other nice thing is you can use this generate tool that can generate subject line ideas. Automatically actually generates it from the body content of your email, which is so cool. And say you find one you like, click more like this, and it will use that subject line right there and use more of those. So actually, I like this better. So I think that makes sense more. So I'm going to insert that subject line. The preview text is also a great tool to help people to open the email. And if you've ever checked your email, you can see that you receive the email and the subject, but you also can see a preview text of the beginning of your email. This allows you to customize what that text says. Opened, here is a great secret that I want to share with you. You might want to sound a little less creepy, but you kind of get the idea of what you could use that for. The internal email name is the email name within HubSpot that the email is called. So that's what I'm set right here at the beginning. And then the office location is important to set in your email because you actually legally have to have an office location at the bottom so that people know that you're a legit business. And so Shoelicious Styles, I just added our fake office locations. Don't come and visit us. This is made up. Our phone number is not 8675309. So it's an example company. And so I am set to go with my settings. I'm getting more excited. And now I need to select who I want to send this email to. So this is why contacts are so vital to add to your system, is because they integrate with all the different tools. I want to send this one to Jerome and Leslie. And the nice thing about it is it gives you an estimated recipients counter. And what this will do is it will actually tell you if some of the email addresses that you have in your system, for whatever reason, they're not going to be sent. So that's a nice tool and something to be aware of as you're selecting your contacts. This is a great tool here. don't send to unengaged contacts. Basically what this says is these leave out people who totally haven't engaged. And the beauty of this, checking this, is it doesn't waste your limited 2,000 emails per month. You're not throwing pearls to pigs, so to speak. There's your pearls to pigs button. When you're sending this email, you can choose to send it now or schedule for later. And this is nice because most often you actually want to send your email on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. Monday, everybody's way too busy. Nobody wants to get an email on Monday. Friday, everybody's checked out and they're not doing very much work at all. These could be exceptions though, depending on the audience that you're sending your email to. Maybe you're sending your email to people who you really feel like would open on a Saturday. Then we can select Saturday there. And then the automation is an upgradable tool that I mentioned before that you can use to automate different email sequences. I'm not going to go through it, but after you've done all of these settings, you can choose to send your email. And basically, it's going to come up with anything. They're so good at this because they'll read your email and come up, let you know if something's missing. So because I created this as an example, I didn't put any image there. I didn't put all the information in there. And then once you're ready, you can click review, schedule, and send your email. Now it will take you to the page, the schedule page, where it shows you performance. It shows you open rate, click rate, reply rate, all of this, and successful deliveries, bounces. This is email addresses that just don't work and they just get bounced. People are changing emails and changing jobs all the time. So chances are you're going to have some bounces there. Unsubscribes are people who choose to unsubscribe from your email marketing. Spam reports are people who mark the email as spam. Yeah, you can see topped click links, topped engage contacts. If you choose to upgrade to the Marketing Starter Kit, you can have even more information here to play with how your customers are interacting with your email. That's how you begin using this tool, and I'm excited for you to use it because it's free and it is very powerful. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to create a landing page. This is going to be a key thing for you building your customer base because it's basically a free one-page web page to get potential customers to do one action. So you could create one to promote a certain product, create one to get people to sign up on your email list, or something like this. It's not as big or as expansive as a web page. Think of it as a tool that can help you do one very vital marketing task within your company. The beautiful thing is they give you these for free. However, I did want to say really quick here that HubSpot puts a logo on the bottom of your pages with the free version. However, if you upgrade to the $20 a month version, that's one of the benefits. It takes away the logo and you can look even more professional with these pages. Picture yourself, you're building an email following and you want to create an amazing one-page web page that you could text this, you could email it, you could post it on different forums or whatever it may be. However you want to drive traffic to this. You could even use Facebook ads to drive traffic to this page. But this is basically just such a great tool for getting somebody to sign up for your email. This is what this specific page is focused on. but there are other pages that you can create for other functions too. So let's just look at the navigation over on the left-hand side and the top navigation, and I'll walk you through this really quick. So this plus sign says add right here, and basically you can add anything you would think of. It has even more additions than creating a form email, as we did in the previous lesson. You can add buttons, forms, images, icons, videos, payments, and meetings, which is so awesome. And then also, say you want to add a text field, you can do that right there. And right here is the back button if you do mess up like I did. So now I'm back where I was, and I'm going to show you the contents button. So this basically gives you kind of a overview map of all the different elements that are in your page. And then a key button that you'll want to look at whenever you're creating these pages is your optimize button. This helps you know how to optimize the web page to be search engine friendly and just work really great on the internet. So it gives you, for this page, it gives you a number of different things to optimize here. So you can just kind of go through this list. For example, I'll just take you through this one optimization. So this is the page title as it will appear in the URL. So I'm going to make the page title the best offer right here, and it will update and do that. And then the meta description is also a very important element to add to this single page here. It tells the search engine what the information is about. And so with the meta description, you can actually also use the content creation button to create your own meta description. That button actually created a description that was 17 characters over the recommended 155 characters. Basically, I want to look in this description, I want to pare this down a little bit and take this sentence out. Now I have a great meta description. And image alt text is basically the text that goes behind the image on the web page. So for some people who are viewing a web page, if they aren't actually viewing it, there's programs that describe web pages. And so this is what alt text is a very, very brief description, the image that is on the site. And so great, we have our alt text right there. We can be good with that. What you're wanting to do is go through all of these optimization suggestions and optimize this page to be completely ready. And then the other thing you do is you simply just customize it to fit your company. So if you wanted to even delete some of this text, create it into something that works better for you, you can do that. You can change this image, change the colors of the buttons. It's very similar to the other tools that we've had where it has the actual content, and then on the side it has the styles where you can change the alignment. So say we wanted to change that, or the background color, we can also change that too. I probably wouldn't do that, but I like how it looks before. And again, if you make mistakes, don't freak out. You can just press the undo button right here. When you're done, you press the publish button and it will show you any errors that you may have that still need to be fixed. And so basically for me in this case, it's saying, hey, all of these images, you need to recheck all these images and find the one that is missing the alt text. And so I'm not going to take you completely through that, but whatever pops up for you, make sure to go and fix, and then you can publish the page and it's given its own URL right here that you can copy, simply copy right here, and paste wherever you would like to drive traffic to this page. So great tool, great resource. Hoping you're getting value out of this. These types of things can build and make companies right here. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to create a website within HubSpot. Now, I'm not going to go fully into every little detail of it because luckily we've had a chance to go over how to create and manage your content within the landing page, and the same applies to the website. So basically this lesson is going to be focused on getting you into the right website that matches the needs that you have for a website. So when you go into HubSpot, you'll go into web content. We want to go to website pages, and it will lead you to this page that has you start setting up your web page. Within HubSpot, they give you a free website with their subdomain. So you get a website that starts out with HubSpot.com/your website, completely free, or you can create a website on HubSpot and attach your own domain name to it so that it could be www.shoelicious.styles.com. Whichever you want, whichever works with this. Let's go to browse themes. And basically, you want to spend a fair amount of time choosing the theme of your website and thoughtfully consider the implications of this, because this is basically the frame or the layout of the house that you're building, if you think of your website as a house. These are beautiful themes, though. I don't want you to get stuck and not wanting to move forward, because all of these themes are made by great teams. This one here is 4.75 out of 5 and has 10,000 people using it already. It's definitely legitimate. But yeah, you can look at the ratings, look at the installs, but then you want to look over here at the side to see, oh, are there any that go with the business that I'm opening? And for me, Shoelicious Styles, we want e-commerce. So we have these e-commerce compatible themes here. You can click into different ones and look into them. See, it shows you all the different page types, the features, the business types, the products. So I know that this can carry products, which is what I'm looking for in order to sell my shoes. You'll want to read the overview and just scroll down. It's kind of like shopping on Amazon, where you look at all the features. Of course, all of this is free, which is kind of hard to believe, but check it over. For this, I like this, so I'm going to go ahead and click install and click yes to third-party agreement to install it. Now it loads up. I have two options here. I can set as my active theme and edit theme settings, or I can set as my active theme and start building my site. And basically I want to click this because if I want to, I can go back and edit theme settings at kind of a broader level later. So I'm going to start with this. Page name, I'm just going to name it Shoelicious Styles. And here we go. So here's the about page, contact page, FAQ, gallery, home page. They even give you a landing page, products, and you select it. You can actually click in and customize all of these different elements of the product page right here make it for shoes. And I'm not going to go fully into that. I love that for free, it comes with this bottom banner there. I just love how that looks. It comes with all of this filled in right here. So I love it. It's looking good. You know, by all means, however much or little you want to edit this, go for it, because the content and styles editing system, along with the optimization headers over here, are all there, similar to the previous projects that we've been doing. Now that we've finished our product page, I want to show you how to add other pages to your website. So we have our product page here. I want to go up into the Create button and create new website page. And your most important page of your website and anyone's website is the home page. It's going to take us right back to our theme, Garado. We're going to select the home page template. And now we can see, okay, this is going to work. I'm going to find a new header that works well with the shoe company. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put our top products or our top categories right here. You know, I might have a little bit on the different stores that we work with here, our best-selling products, integrate them into there. I don't really know what to do with this, so I'm going to remove that. If I want to drop something else, I can here. But this is a great section that I'm going to edit and just have customer reviews right here. And again, you have the same left-hand navigation that has all of the elements that you can add as the page before. There's just so much to add, so much to look for. And so you can go through these. You can even change the layout. Say you want 4 reviews instead of 3. You can add a layout with 4 modules of these instead of 3 there. It's really, really nice and really expansive, but also simple for you and your editing experience. I always recommend keeping this search bar here at the top. That's just a key thing to have too. So after you are done with everything that you want to do, you'll go up to this publish button, and this will actually show you things that you need to do before you publish the web page. And so you can go through that. I've already shown you this in previous lessons, so I won't go over it again. Make sure to go through all that. Make your web page just an amazing presentation of your brand, and watch customers buy, watch customers flood in, because this is the 24/7 representation of who you are and what services you offer. In this lesson, I'll be showing you the Design Manager section in HubSpot. And you might be looking at the screen like, whoa, like I don't know any of this. What language is this? Well, actually, this is the coding language behind the creation of the top part of your web page header that we just saw. When you go into the Design Manager within your HubSpot account, you can look to see how everything's been created from the programming level. Now, you actually can't change any of the programming here, but it's nice to be able to see. But if you wanted to, you could add your own new element to your web page by programming it using any of these programming languages. If you're not comfortable with that, you could hire somebody to do that. Say you ran into something that you really wanted on your website, but it just didn't have that option. I'm just letting you know through this lesson that the option is there, and it's through the Design Manager in HubSpot that you would make that happen. In this lesson, I'll be showing you how to create a form within your HubSpot account, and you can find the forms page by clicking on the Marketing tab and navigating down to Forms in the left-hand navigation. You may be asking yourself, okay, what is a form, Rob? A form is basically an input to collect customer information. So it can be integrated into an email, a web page, or a landing page. And they're pretty easy to make. You have definitely filled out forms before. Most websites have them. So let's create our own right here. And you can choose between standalone page, pop-up box, embedded form, drop-down banner, slide in the left, and slide in the right box. So it's just about how prominent you want this form to appear on your web page. And I'm going to choose embedded because that is a little bit less prominent. Let's embed this form. I'm going to have the email address associated be Shoelicious Styles. If I look down here, I can look at all the different forms that I can create. And so I can collect payment, registration, contact us, newsletter sign up. Let's do newsletter sign up. It gives me actually a template that I can use to start from when creating the form. So I find this really nice. I'm going to use this template to create my form. Now it takes me to the form creation page, which gives me a number of different options for how I want to style it. Do I want it rounded? I kind of like the rounded edges. And then automation is actually an upgradable feature. We won't go much into that, but let's go into, say I want to find out what city people are from who are signing up for my email address. I can simply drag and drop the city property right here into this form and it will be integrated and added. The other nice thing is you have all the different elements that you can add. You can add properties, you can add all of these different ones. I created a custom one called chicken. So let's try this. Okay, so when they're signing up, I can find out if they like chicken or turkey. You can literally do anything. Fax number, so we know they like turkey and we can fax them about it. That's kind of sounds like a rare situation there. But once you have customized your form to your liking, styled it the way that you want, you can click update and then it'll be saved in the system as your form that you can copy and paste into the system. It's pretty simple. And all of your forms will be saved over within the Forms tab in your Marketing tab. So you can have these here all the time. I got one page view on this other form. It shows you the places that they're shown. So this is a nice page to kind of give you a summary of what's happening with your forms. Hope that helps. Definitely use this tool. Definitely leverage collecting the information that you need from your customers. In this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to manage your deal pipeline within your HubSpot. And you can find your deals by clicking on the CRM tab over on the left and clicking on deals. And as I showed you before, I uploaded these deals into the system, have them right here for us to be able to view. Basically, if you look at the top, the pipeline goes from left to right, and you advance these deals from left to right as they progress closer to being closed or lost. This is a really beautiful way of just organizing and being in the right mind frame while conducting sales. Yeah, so you can, like I was showing you, clicking on the screen, you can move them forward through the pipeline as they advance and as you reach out to each customer. Now let's look inside a deal. We want to check out all this information that we have within the deal because this really helps us to build on the relationship that we're making with the customer. First thing you're going to see is the creation date. That's really important to know. What date they became a lead, recent activities. Then the person that you contact is right there handy. This is probably the thing you use the most. You can just call the phone number or email her, the company that the deal is associated with. And then if you click on the next tab, you can see all of the deal activity. And actually, when I was moving it back and forth just earlier, it logged all that activity. This notes field is really nice because you can even just make notes of what you're discovering about the customer too. So say I might Google Dragonfly in, I'm going to take a note and say Dragonfly in coffee is high priced, very popular, interested in expanding nationwide. So this is a great place for any notes pertinent to you being able to close the deal with this customer. This is really nice because this records all of the emails that you have sent back and forth with anybody associated in the contact section with the deal. Any emails that are sent to or from Lorelei at thedragonfly.com will be automatically put into this email section. This call section, it just logs your call activity. And then this is a great place to create tasks such as take notes on company at meeting. Say you have a meeting about, the company that you're trying to land. You want to create a task about that. I'm going to go into the meetings bar in a later lesson, but basically this integrates with your calendar. Similar to Google Meetings, allows you to schedule meetings and see that everybody's showing up to them. Over here on the right is also a button that you can press, and it says log a call, log an email, log a LinkedIn message or an SMS. So say you call a customer and you haven't logged it. You didn't log it in the system yet. You can right here. So I can log that activity right there and it will appear under my calls. February 9th, 2024, I called the customer. That is a look into your deals. The last thing that I wanted to show you is you can actually customize the steps of your pipeline based on the product that you're selling. So all you have to do is go to edit pipelines, and then it takes you to this page and you can edit the names of these. You could even just say, hey, we want to do the presentation first before we qualify them to buy. These are really helpful tools. So it's the deal probability. So basically what you're setting here is what percentage chance does the deal have to close at this stage? We close 60% of customers that are qualified to buy. Getting this set and dialed in helps you to predict your revenue in the months to come, which is really nice. I'll go ahead and save that there. And it updated my pipeline, which is great. So now I'll go back to it. And there we go. The pipeline's updated. In this lesson, I'll be teaching you how to create and complete tasks within your deal pipeline in your HubSpot account. So I'm right here on my task page that I can find on the left-hand navigation under tasks. This is just an amazing tool to organize yourself and tell yourself, hey, what is most important and when do I need to check this off this list? It always feels great to press this button, check this off the list. It's just so awesome. What I did at a company that I worked for is we would create tasks for all of the people that we were going to reach out to on that day. And that just helped us go down the line, have access to the associated company, and just drill down and know what we need to do for the day. So this is a great personal organization tool for you. And as you can see, I have a follow-up task. So I've set the day and time that I want to follow up with Pawnee Parks Lemonade. And so when I click on the task, it actually will take me right up here. I can complete the task or reschedule it right here. Here is where I view the task. So I have it set for 3 business days away from now on Wednesday at 8 a.m. and I have a reminder set for 30 minutes before. I could do this an hour before. I could do this a day before, whatever I want. And then the person that it's assigned to. So I've assigned this to myself, but this is a great tool if you're leading a team too. You can create tasks based on what's most important to you and send them to your team members. If you're all working on a project, you can get organized in that way. This queue button actually is really nice because you can create custom queues. So I can make Ned's note-taking tasks. I could have types of queues that I add these tasks to. So this is a phone call, so I'm going to leave it there. But basically, it's a way to help you organize your tasks even more. And then I can set the priority right here and then set it as to do right here. It's pretty simple. I can also add comments. I can say something to myself before making this call. I'm going to tell myself, know that you're good at closing deals. And I'll have this note waiting for me on Wednesday when I make this call. It'll give me a little bit of a confidence boost here. That's how you use tasks within this to help increase your productivity. And the best feeling in the world is when you click this complete button. It's done. Now I'm going to show you how to connect your calendar and set meetings within your deal pipeline. Let's say we want to set a meeting with Pawnee Parks Lemonade. We can click on the deal itself and then we'll go over to the meetings tab right here under activities and click create meeting. Now the first time that you do this, it's going to want to connect you with your calendar. So I'm going to show you how to do that too. We want to move forward and connect our calendar. So it connects with Microsoft Exchange, Outlook, and Google Gmail. So we have Gmail, so we're going to connect that. Basically right here it's saying it's giving Google Calendar permission to connect with your HubSpot. And now you choose your calendar out of your Google accounts, which one to connect. Shoelicious styles, here we go. We give it access. Now my calendar is connected. The way that I'll do this is now I'll go back to the deal right here, Pawnee Parks Lemonade. Calendar's connected. Now I can create a meeting based on the information that I have here. So basically I want to title the meeting Eleanor and Ned meeting. Great. And then I want to choose the time that I want to have the meeting at. So it's Friday today. Let's set it for Tuesday next week, not at 6 p.m. Let's set it for Tuesday at 1 p.m. and I want it to be an hour-long meeting. And I want to make sure that Eleanor, the customer, is invited to the meeting also. And then I can set the location here. I could either set a phone call. If it's a phone call, an in-person meeting, set the address, or a custom meeting. So for me, I'm going to set an in-person meeting at 20 Main Street, and I can put city, state, and zip code there. And now my meeting will be logged. And oh, don't forget the attendee description. So this is really key because you want to just say a few words about what you're going to meet about. Okay, now I have my meeting set and I click save. Now under my meetings tab, it will have this meeting logged. Send an email to Eleanor about the meeting being scheduled. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to create and resolve support tickets within your HubSpot account. You can see here that we already have one ticket in our pipeline. And if you look at the top, you can see that similar to your sales pipeline, there's a ticket pipeline that separates different tickets that are in different statuses. So this first button here just shows all of your tickets that you have. This button here shows you just my open tickets, and this button shows tickets that haven't been assigned to any team member at all. Now I will take you through creating a ticket. In the upper right hand corner, I click this button, create ticket. Now I'll show you how to fill out these fields to begin your ticket. So first, you need to create a ticket name. I'm going to have my ticket name be the Good Place Further Issues. Then you select the pipeline. The pipeline for these tickets will always be the support pipeline. Then you need to select ticket status. So it is new. And then a ticket description. It's going to be just a short blurb about what is going wrong. The source is how the customer contacted us to tell us that there was a problem. And so for this one, I'm going to put the chat. Then the ticket owner, as I've mentioned before, it's very important to give ownership to different tickets directly to a team member. Then this box right here allows you to mark your ticket high, medium, or low priority. So for this case, I'm going to mark it high priority. The creation ticket date will be the day that you're creating it. I want to associate this ticket with the person who has reached out to us about it, so that the contact form within the system can be connected to this ticket. The company associated with this ticket is the Good Place. So now that I have all of these fields created, I'll go ahead and create this ticket. Now here is the main ticket page where I take action to bring resolution to the issue. It's similar again to a deal within sales where you have all of these action buttons that you can take and use. So I could take a note about what the issue is by clicking the note button. The nice thing is I can also insert a link or maybe an image of the error of what's going wrong in our system inside this note. And then I can also send an email to the customer, call them. I could set a task for myself in 3 business days, follow up on this ticket, things like this. And I can also click this button to schedule a meeting with the customer. Similar to the sales deal pipeline, I can also log all of these activities in here. So say I made a call and I didn't log it, I can just go ahead and log my call by clicking this button. All of your activities associated with the ticket will be on this second page, and the notes, emails, calls, tasks, and meetings are also in this activities tab, which is great to see because sometimes issues can be more complex. Anybody on your team can now hop on here and see all that's happened with this issue that you're going through. Lastly, I can actually go back to the tickets dashboard by clicking this tickets button. Right here on ticket status, I can update my ticket based on what's happening with it. And this is very important, just to have this bird's eye view of what issues have been resolved and what issues need more help. Waiting on contact means that we've reached back out to them and we're waiting to move forward on this ticket to receive something from them. Waiting on us means that we actually have something that they need and need to reach out to them. Closed means the issue is resolved. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this closed. In this lesson, I'll be showing you how to create different reports and dashboards within your system. And this is just such a great tool because it allows you to see from a bird's eye view everything that's happening with your customers and your team who's reaching out to the customers, but then also inbound traffic from your web page, blogs, landing pages. All of these things can be customized into one dashboard that you can access at any time, which is really nice. Now, the dashboard that I'm in right now is a standard sales dashboard, but you can create and customize a dashboard for any function on the team that you would like. And I'm just going to show you that right here and show you a couple examples of reports within dashboards. This report is awesome, team activities by date, and it just gives an order of activities in the order that they happen. So this helps for not only leaders of teams to see who's doing what, but also the entire team to be able to be on the same page. Ned logged an email with Maria Johnson. Okay, I'm glad to know that he's on top of that one. Another great example of a dashboard is this shows you how many contacts have been created, assigned, worked on, how many new deals have been created, and then how many deals have been closed and won. For our example, we're just doing an example company, so there's no deals that have been won yet. But as you mature in the information that you have for your company, these dashboards will all fill up with pertinent information that you're looking for. Within the sales dashboard, say I want to add a report into this dashboard. I just go up to this right button right here and click Add Report, and then I can choose from Saved Reports or Create a Report. I'm going to choose Create a Report. And what it does is it pulls up different templates that have already been created for me. Each of these templates are focused on a different thing, like activity of recent created contacts. This one is great because it shows what day they first converted, what day they were created, page last seen. So this looks at what web page, landing page they have last viewed, and then what stage the contact is at. So that's super nice to be able to have. On any report, you can click on it and expand it to see the whole report, and even customize different filters. Say instead of the last 30 days, we just want to look at the last 14 days. We can absolutely set that to show up here. Now we have that showing up right here. In order to get this report, I want to click on it and then click Save and Save to Add. And now it has been saved to my sales dashboard, which is so nice. Now I can come down and see, oh, look, whoops, I accidentally added it twice, so I'll delete that one. But now we have yet another report to keep track of what's happening in the company right here. As your free user membership, you can have 3 dashboards. So say you would like to create a new dashboard. You just click the Create Dashboard button in the upper right-hand corner, and it comes up with dashboards that are focused on different functions of your company. Marketing, you can go into email. You could even, look at a chat overview dashboard, a sales opportunity overview. There's just so many different options. Say I want to add an email overview. I can choose which reports to include and then click next. Then I choose if I want it just viewable by me or if I want my whole team to be able to view and edit this report. For this case, I'll just choose me, and then you can customize the name, throw in Shoelicious here, and create the report. And instantly, your report is created. And then in the upper left-hand corner, I can just click this button and view all of my different dashboards that I have right here. It's such a wonderful tool, definitely worth taking advantage of within HubSpot. Congratulations, you have completed the HubSpot CRM full tutorial for beginners. You just did such a great job of going through it, sticking through maybe information that you hadn't learned before, learning it, and now it's time to go out and apply what you've learned in the marketplace. I'm excited to see you just be able to take this knowledge and apply it to your business or your job at work and see it benefit from it. So well done and congratulations.
If you're not a subscriber, click down below to subscribe so you get notified about similar videos we upload. To see the full course that this video came from, click over there. And click over there to see more videos from Simon Says It.